Here's another reason why I sprayed these in 2 batches. 1, in case you get a defect on this, you can touch it up in your second batch. Well, 2, it seems I missed the middle on this one. I mean, when you got spray going on and compressors kicking in and out, and stuff going on, your phone going off, it can happen. So anyways, I missed the middle of that one. Any touch-ups you notice or defects, you can do it on your second batch. That way your compressors, and plus space. I don't think I could have any more room. This is my little makeshift spray booth in the garage. Keeps all the mess out here, etc. So check all your doors on the first batch and look for any defects. If there are, sand it, scuff it, get ready, and fix it up on your next batch. My next batch is going to be quite smaller. I think I have 6 doors to do on the next one, and a couple drawer fronts. 2, maybe I should have looked at these lowers a little bit closer. This is, hopefully it's not going to be swelled up and horrible. This is pretty bad. It's for mold and goo and oil, and you know what, this is a great example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a drawer front. 7 pieces to do. It's a great example of what you can do on a budget, and I'm thinking that by the time it's all said and done with the hours and this and that, I don't know, $2,500 to paint these. It takes about a week to do properly. Take it down, clean it, without being in a rush anyways. Shit. Here's layer 1. I spent, half an hour taking out the first layer and see what's gonna come off. What you gotta be careful of on these, because they're MDF, as you see where this is shining through here, if you leave water sit on here too long, it's gonna swell up. So that's why I gave them a quick scrub, or right here. You can mess up the corner and then the corner turns round. So you gotta be careful about that. And right there, but there's not a lot of chips through this. So there's layer 1. I'm gonna change my water and then do the backs and take any kind of glue off of these things and take all these little rubber stickies off is the next step for these lowers. The lowers are in really rough shape. Example of what happens, this chip here just sucks the water in. So I think once this is dry, I dry it out, I'm gonna put some kind of sealant on that, or maybe just put some paint over it so the water can't go in it anymore. But be curious to see how this one's gonna turn out there. Damn it. Now they're all clean as I wanna get them, because I don't wanna mess up the bare spots here. So what I'm doing now is documenting all the issues with these lower ones. They're in a lot rougher shape. So just in case they don't turn out as good as I want them to, these are the spots here that I'm noting now, so that if they don't turn out perfect, this is part of the reason why and where the issues are, because I'm not the owner. And this is the one I missed, so I sanded it with 220, and this, I'm gonna do a second coat on this and see how it turns out, because we may do a second coat on all the fronts of all of them once they're dried and cured. Yeah, because this feels beautiful, and even if in here is a little bit textured, I think that would be a nice contrast. The edges are a little textured, that's textured, but these are nice and beautiful, smooth. Anyways, I wanted to document all the all the issues, and then even on the inside edge here, see where there's all shit, because hopefully the paint is going to react properly with that. Anyways, next, yesterday, while I was painting, I topped up the paint, and I already thinned the first batch, and then I added more paint to it, and I stirred it up. I figured it'd be okay. Well, I could definitely tell the difference. I had to crank the pressures way up, the paint flowed differently. Anyway, regardless, this is how I thin the paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I'd say that's about maybe 100 milliliters. I use my drill and an attachment here, and probably 2.5 minutes of mixing, and it wouldn't even hurt to go other way too. Make sure you go to the bottom. And I'll hit the edge of the meat. Chunk plastic in there. But you don't have to watch it for 2 minutes. Next, here's another way of testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how it's starting to drip at 10? I use the 10-second rule. On my little pump sprayer, and I like to mist the floor down a little bit. That way, it helps to keep the dust down a little bit. And also the overspray doesn't stick to the ground. And you can just sweep it up when you're all done. Put the bucket of paint inside there. Don't dump it in, just put the whole bucket in there. Put this on, center it, tighten these up evenly, those two at the same time, and tighten these two at the same time. Make sure they're snug. Plug in your air. And I always put my head away from here, because it is 60 PSI. Open it slowly. Just in case it does blow up, it'd be a good video. Okay, let's see what kind of pressure we got in there. I've got it set at 30, almost 35 PSI. And right now, I had it soaking in water overnight, so I want to get see the water come out. And you can tell the difference when it gets to paint. Bang, there's paint. Once you get to that stage, start adjusting your gun. This bottom one here is the air amount. The top one is the fan adjustment. This one is the amount of paint that goes in there. So I always like to start with this one all the way in, and then take it out about a half a turn. And the same with the air. I like to start with 0 air and then open it up a little bit. And same with the fan. There we go. The spring's a little weak. I set the gun to like about that spray pattern, and I go around the edges, and then I change it to more of a fan like that and spray the middle, and that's how they turned out. I think they look pretty good. There's a couple bugs flying around here, made me nervous. I had a fan going for a bit to suck the overspray out, but I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to stir up dust. And we will see how it turned out tomorrow. I got both sides done today, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully the backside doesn't stick to the sticks I got it propped up on. I think it was pretty dry though.